Hi, that's McCall.
That's Katie, and we are too delusional to care.
Okay, McCall, so why are we here? What are we doing?
I think we're recording a podcast because we genuinely are the most delusional people I've ever met in our lives.
Yeah, so this is our first episode of our podcast that we've been talking about for some time. It's been some time.
Yeah. It feels like a decade.
Yeah.
I feel like this has been like 16 years in the making.
Content worthy. 16 years right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to tell us who we are?
Okay. So, let's see. We first met at soccer practice-ish, officially met. Like, I knew who you were in middle school, like in 6th grade, but you were on the other side of the hallway.
Yeah.
So, like, I knew of you. And we were, like, instant rivals because we had the same crush on the same boy or whatever. I think you were dating him at the time.
I don't even
Whatever
know.
we called that in middle school. And then we were both, like, good at soccer.
Pro level.
So like, yeah, we were the best Park District soccer players. So naturally, when I joined the Hampshire team, so naturally we were instant rivals. And we were like, But then I remember I needed a ride to soccer practice. My mom made me ask like people on the team, but nobody lived within walking distance from the middle school except for you. So I just was like, hey, can I come to your house after school? And from there, we've been friends.
I remember how like awkward that was because we had like literally never hung out or even talked before that. I don't even think we talked at soccer ever. And I remember you came over to my house and we were just like waiting till like 5 o'clock for practice. And then we were like, okay, I guess we should go.
And then we went, and I feel like that was the beginning of a never-ending friendship.
Of history, truly.
Yeah, and then from there, we've spent many days after school at each other's houses, many weeks together, road trips.
Yeah,
we've been all over the place together.
Very, very lightly, but it was more so me spending days and weeks at her house. So how are you? What's been going on?
I've been good. Just school. I think we're on like week 8 of this semester. Is that right? I don't know. Week 8 or 9. I think I have. I don't either. But we're almost to midterms. I had one of my midterms already, so I know we're like almost halfway done. But school was kicking my ass. I think like the first 4 weeks I was absolutely drowning and I was like, this sucks. I'm dropping out right now. I'm going to be, I don't know, like get my truck driver's license or something.
Be a podcast. Bless you.
Yeah. That's when we initially decided we were both broke in school and unemployed. So we're like, why not start a podcast? I'm just going to blow
You know what I was thinking earlier? You know how like friends will make those promises of like, oh, if we're both like 40 years old or 50 years old and single, like we'll just get married. I feel like that's us, but with a podcast, like, oh, if we're both like 25, unemployed, and like a little sad still, we'll just make a podcast.
Yeah, we'll just make a podcast and we're delusional. So this is obviously going to blow up and we're obviously going to become super famous. Because why would we not? That's my thought process.
I don't know a whole lot about podcasting, but I am pretty sure that is the way it goes. So.
That's how you do it.
Yeah. Well, I love that.
But now that I'm like halfway through the first semester, I feel, or first half of the semester, I'm a lot better. Like I have my little groove. I'm learning things. I'm doing the thing. And I'm very excited for the semester to end. Yes. I think I'm going to go back all online. I know you're online. And how do you like that?
I like it. I like it because I can do pretty much everything at my own pace. I'm also like, I just did midterms last week. but it's also a pain in the ass because I don't have a ton of self-discipline when it comes to school, as you know. And so doing schoolwork online, I either like wait till the last minute or I don't like truly look into the things that I need to be looking into. And I just hope for the best when I take my quizzes and everything. But I also feel like that's kind of just school in general. It feels like you're not learning anything. But yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm about to finish my associates about time. And yeah, I'll be done with that this fall. And who knows what I'm going to do next semester. But yeah, school's good. School's good. Mm-hmm.
I was like thinking about it today because so like whenever people in my classes like they're like, I'll say something and they'll be like, wait, like, how old are you? And I'm like, I'll be 26 in a week. And they're like, what? You're so old because they're
You're right.
19, 18 years old because I'm still like I still have like a couple like gen eds that I need to take. And they're like, oh my God, like, why are you? They like look at me like I'm like weird. I'm like, no, guys, I was a little busy.
Yeah.
But yeah, but then I feel like they look at me like I should be like smarter than them. And they're like, oh, what did you get? And I'm
the
like,
opposite.
no, we're both still in the same class.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't, because I like this discipline. Like when I did my associates all online and like I liked it better for like the time of it. Like, not that my time management was like amazing, but I liked being able to just be like, okay, everything is due Sunday.
Yep.
So I was like, whatever, I'll figure it out. But I'm like, no, like you guys are ahead because I'm sitting in this classroom and I recognize that I'm older than all of you. So already I'm like, I don't want to be here. And then two, I'm just like, why am I here? Like, this is stupid. Like, I should just be working. I should just get a job.
Yeah. And I also feel like that kind of, I feel like that kind of goes into like getting out of the military too. Newsflash, if nobody knew, we just got out of the military. And well, I did, and McCall is not active anymore. However, I feel like you have that feeling of, you know, I've worked jobs where I've worked with like younger people and stuff. So I'm not in school with younger people, but I've definitely had that feeling of just like, why am I here? Like I did something so important once and now I'm doing this meaningless, whatever. Especially being with
it's like 10 steps forward and like 100 back.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. And I think in the back of my mind, I know that's not really how it goes. Like it's just a stepping stone, like blah, blah, but it's still very difficult to like wrap your head around. I know Katrina, because she goes to school here and she's almost 28 and she's going to school with people 10 years younger than her. And she says the same thing. Kitty. I think it hit her when she had a professor the other day ask who was going to see like the Taylor Swift like Eras concert in the movies, and like nobody but her like raised their hand, and she's like, okay.
Oh, no. This generation's not Swifties.
Yeah, it's weird. But
that is weird.
That's fine.
I think. Yeah, we'll take her. The millennial, we want her.
Yeah.
Even though I think we're technically Gen Z. I think we're technically Gen Z.
We are.
I think 97 was like the cutoff. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I more identify as a millennial.
Yeah. I will identify with millennial as long as it suits me. I feel like we have very millennial style life. I don't know. You know, we're not like,
and then even like the things that we say.
Yes.
Yeah, like we're not really cool. Like Shannon reminds me all the time. She's like, "You're such a millennial," and I'm like, "Thank you."
I don't want to be
you. I don't want to be like you.
Yeah.
Even though she's
Speaking of Taylor Swift.
Yes.
We are probably so behind on this.
I know.
But I am like sickly obsessed with her and Travis Kelce, specifically to the point where like Katrina and I were making dinner last night and I'm checking the Chiefs score playing the Broncos and she's not even out the game. Like I'm like refreshing my phone because like I don't have cable and I'm just like refreshing it. I don't know anything about football and I feel like I'm learning about football because of that. I don't know. I feel like it's really bringing our worlds together, you know?
Yeah, like the Swifties and like the bros are combining. And I think it's beautiful. Like, just all like the little like things that the NFL will do, like when she is at a game, like all the little like references to like her music.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I think it's so fun. And you know,
so
what
cute.
I hate, I agree. I think it's like bringing people together, but at the same time, like I feel like Swifties are like, yes, we love it. We love football now. And then like all the NFL fans are like, get out of here. Well, and it's like, dude, we're not taking away football from you. You're all your buddies are playing. Nobody's affecting your score. Like just play on. And let me be happy that I can see Taylor Swift.
I just want to look for Taylor. Like I'm really just here for the Taylor references and the little like videos that, you know, when they do the camera go-bys or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
I'm so mad because living in Missouri, like I was 45 minutes from Kansas City for 6 years. And of course, the first year that I'm not there, this happens. Like I've been a season ticket holder of the Kansas City Chiefs. Like,
I literally would have.
Yeah, I would have been like, you'd see me at every game. I'm like, I would be there.
Mm-hmm. I don't blame you. I get it. I'm like big Chiefs fan now. I've never been like a huge fan of any sports team or like football team at least. I am like full blown like diving in to the Chiefs. I know everything about Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. Oh, I know everything about Jason Kelce and his family now. Like
and Kylie. Oh, I watched their documentary the other day because of the Taylor Swift, like Travis Kelce, like things that were going on, like circling the internet. I was like, well, I have to watch the documentary. So good, by the way. Like, what a good family. Like, they're so cute.
Yes.
So cute.
And I didn't know what it was going to be about because I also literally just watched it the other day. Loved it. First of all, I like made Katrina watch it with me and everything. It's tying it back into like getting out of the military. Like he talks about retirement and stuff. And I was like, yes, like that's like, that was my biggest fear with if I stayed in getting out at, you know, whatever age I would have gotten out at. And like just being so scared of like not having that like pedestal that you're on, you know, I hate saying it like that, but it's very true.
It is because like I feel like most of the time like people don't like realize like it's a little tangent. Like when you're in the military, people are like, oh, what do you do? And you're just like, oh, I'm in the military. And there's like no follow-up questions like, oh, that's so cool. Like good for you. Like thank you for your service. But then like when you're like, oh, what do you do for work? And I was like, when I was serving, I was like, oh, I'm a server. And they were like, oh, so like, what are you doing? What else are you doing? And I'm like,
Well, and I was talking to some friends yesterday about it and like specifically about Jason Kelce retiring and stuff and kind of what he says in the documentary. And I feel like just like in football, whether we like it or not in the military, we are on this like pedestal that people put us on. I mean, even your supervisors will tell you like, oh, you're the 1%, you know, less than 1% or whatever it is. Like they hound that into you so much. And then, you know, you go to sports events and they're constantly talking about like, oh, you know, let's have all the veterans and active duty military stand up. And it's like, without even trying, it's such a good feeling, like knowing that's you. And then you get out and you're like, okay, it's hard. I think it's not talked about enough for sure, but I could go on a million tangents.
I know, but I liked like in the documentary, I liked that it was like, I mean, it was about football, but it was also like football wasn't like, I mean, it was the main point, but I liked like the backstory, like how the family and like the brothers and the mom and the dad, like I thought it was so cute and like it was just so like, I don't know, like refreshing almost because like with athletes, I mean, I
especially
feel like no one, like they really are like such a like on such a big pedestal, especially as like people like the Kelce's, like family wise, and then how good they are individually. It's like, oh, they actually are real people. Like, oh, okay, like they are.
And real. Kelce, I feel like I've learned so much about him just because of him and Taylor Swift being together, and that documentary alone really shows like he is a real person. And I'm saying Travis, I don't think I've said it yet, but I kept saying Travis Scott yesterday. Totally two different people. But her and Travis Kelce, I have this like feeling inside me that I'm like, this is it. Like after her Eras tour, like her continuation of the Eras tour next year, they're getting married, they're having kids, like I'm fully prepared for it. And then I am also, again, it's that like delusional state of mind, where I just feel like I need to know what's happening and like I want to be a fly on that wall and I deserve to hear the conversation that they have. And like
I feel like we should be in a group chat.
Literally.
We need to be in a group chat with Taylor and Travis.
Yes.
Let us know what's going on.
Yes. This is my.
You won't tell anyone.
Yeah. Literally. No, I won't. I won't. The only person I'll tell is McCall.
I would,
yeah.
Yeah. That's why we're in the group chat together.
Exactly.
Because there's no rules. Like, there's no secrets. There's no secrets with best friends. So like when I say like I won't tell anyone, like you don't count.
Exactly.
Because I feel like you're like an extension of me. So it's like I'm basically just telling me.
Mm-hmm. No, literally same thing with like Katrina when when you would share stuff with me about past people. I was like, oh my God, eat this shit up with me. Like you'll never guess.
Yeah.
I can help it. I need to. And Katrina gets mad at me. Again, we're so far from any topic right now. I'm a gossiper, okay? Okay? Sue me. I love it. I love to talk. I just always want to talk. I want to tell everybody everything that's going on. I won't tell your secrets. I am going to tell all of mine, though. But I do want you to tell me your secrets. And I want to know it all. And then, I'm a gossiper. Fine.
Yeah, I will be like, I won't tell any of your secrets, but if I could write a book about just all of mine, I would. I'm like, who wants to know everything about me?
Yeah,
right now.
I do. Yeah. McCall has the best stories, hands down. I am so excited to get into all of them. Speaking of,
oh my gosh, yeah. The more you guys are, Which story? Where are we going?
Literally, give us the most recent. What's happening in our dating lives? Not mine. I am.
Oh,
yours.
Yeah. So my dating life is always messy. I was looking back on. I do have like a story, but I was like looking back, and I'm like, I don't think I've ever dated like a stable, nice guy. Like, there's always been like one really bad, like really huge, like red boulder flag. It's like they either have like, it's like they're either like super emotionally immature, have a job, and are just like, but they're unavailable. So like it's super toxic, or they have like no job, but they're like really nice-ish, but then they're not nice at all. I don't know. It's messy, but I went on a first date, like the first time in so long. I think for like 3 weeks, maybe 4. I would have to double check timestamps on that, but it's been like about 3 weeks solid of like texting, and then like we Snapchat as well. But Snapchat's not like the primary focus, which is good.
Okay, thank goodness.
Yeah, so we do text, but we've been trying to meet up for so long, but we're both so busy because like for some reason in all of October, I was gone every single weekend in October. And then even like
October.
I don't know. Well, even so, like even in November, I'll be gone next weekend. And then the weekend after that, I'm potentially going to Grand Rapids. So I'll have like literally 6 weekends in a row that I have not just been in my apartment. Like the only time I spend here is like during the week. So crazy story. But anyway, so we're both busy. Like he works odd hours, and then he was going up to do things with his family and friends on the weekend. So he wasn't in town. And so we finally met up on a Thursday. So he was sitting there for like a good like 40, 45 minutes.
Almost
just
an hour.
I would have cried. I would have cried.
Yeah, I would have laughed.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have gone inside.
It's good that we did. Yeah, I would have waited in my car until I got the message that you were like on the way.
Yeah.
I get back. I'm frantically like running. I'm literally like running from my parking garage up to my apartment, running down the hallway to get into here, change, touch up my makeup like super fast. Like I was in and out of my apartment in like less than 10 minutes. So I'm driving like, and then the place we were meeting to was like 10 minutes from here. And so I have like my air conditioning full blast because it was like weirdly humid for October. So I had like a light jacket with like a crop top on or whatever, tank top. But I have like my air blasting because I'm hot. I'm sweaty.
Yeah.
I'm a sweaty girl.
Sweaty girl. Sweaty.
Sweaty girl. So I get there and I'm like, okay, I park and I'm like, I'm here. He's like, oh, I'm right inside. And I was like, okay, cool. And I'm so like frantic and I'm like, hi, like I'm so sorry that I'm like so late. Like I feel terrible. And he's like, no, it's fine. Like he was being really nice about it. But then like I'm sitting there and I can like feel myself like sweating. Like, you know, when you get like on your, like you can feel like the forehead sweat forming and then my mustache was sweating. Yeah. So I'm sitting, I'm like trying to like low key, like we're drinking. So it's not even like we're eating. So I can't like casually like put a napkin in my hand and like pretend to fix my hair and like, or like, no. But then I don't want to like wipe anything because then I'll have like a streak of no makeup. So I'm like, I'm a freaking mess basically. So then like I had the drink that he pre-ordered for me or whatever. And I'm literally like sitting there at the table, like just casually sitting there, like trying to cool myself down with the ice. And I'm like, and then like talking and I'm trying to,
What did he order you?
Well, he asked me what I wanted. So I just got the classic tequila soda, lime.
And were you
anything
not
silver.
Worried? Were you not worried of him?
Yeah. So
or you just,
I was,
you're in your little silly goofy stage. It's like, if it happens, happens.
I thought about that after I had already taken a couple sips because I'm like, wait, I don't know him. I was like, oh, I don't even know him. Like, but I was so frantic and just so stressed out that like the whole time I'm sitting there, like once I finally got there, I can't even like form a sentence. And like, that's like difficult for me to do. Like, I could talk to a brick wall for hours. So I'm sitting there so distracted. And then like, it's like 15 minutes in, I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like I need to use the bathroom. And so I go to the bathroom, take off my jacket. I have like 5 paper towels and I'm just like dabbing every body part. I'm running my like wrists under the sink, but I can't stay there too long because like I can't be in the bathroom for like 10 minutes.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm like dabbing everything down, and then I'm like, you got it. I do like a little hair flip, whatever. So like hair is all not. I don't even know what the hair flip was for, to be honest. Oh, because it was sticking to the back of my neck. It was sticking to the back of my neck. So I was like,
that's the worst.
So I like hyping myself up in the mirror, and I'm like, McCall, you got this. You are fine. Relax. It's just a first date. He's obviously interested because he waited for you for 45 minutes. He seems really sweet. Like, just chill. So whatever. I go back. We're sitting talking. And like the candle, like the problem was it was a dim lit bar, but the candle on the table, I was like perfect just lighting to see my forehead sweat.
It's like your own little fireplace. You're sweating into it.
Yeah, I'm like, this is just so hot. This is so hot on both ways. Yeah. So like 10 minutes after I get back, I'm like, hey, I'm actually like really warm. Do you mind if we go sit outside? And he was like, no, I'm super warm too. Like, let's do that. So we did. And then
I could never.
My confidence? Yeah. I was like, my options here. I'm like, okay, my options are stay in this bar and just profusely sweat and like get him to be as delusional as I am and just not.
No, don't look at it.
Gaslight both of us and to be like, no, it's not sweat.
Mm-hmm. And it's not your business. If that,
No, it's not my business. But and then I'm sitting here too. I'm like, okay, I'm almost 26 years old. Like, McCall, if you need to do something like to make something yourself more comfortable, just ask. Just do it.
I love that.
And so it all worked out in the end. But I was like, my options are to sit here and be like dripping sweat for the whole day. And it probably wouldn't have lasted that long because he'd be like, ew, like what is it? Yeah. So we did go outside and then we ended up like chit-chatting until like 1:15. And like we both didn't even realize like how late it was because we're just chatting about everything. Like he's got a good family. He's got a good job.
Love.
He lives alone. He has his own place, which is a first for me. So,
wow.
Well, I shouldn't say it's not a first, but that he does have his own.
That's incredible,
place,
though.
which is nice. No roommates. So, good for
Lovely.
you. I was like, good for you. Typically.
Yes.
So yeah, the date went good, and like we're still talking. He texted me first. And then we did like a cute little kiss at the end.
And we're back. Sorry, we had to chit chat about stuff that is nobody else's business. Right now.
Yeah. Right now. Maybe a different week.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, so what I want to hear Halloween.
Yeah, oh my god, I've been dying to talk about it. So it's Halloween tomorrow, and you obviously just had like your party and you went out and stuff. First of all, love your costume. What would you identify it as though, you know?
I was Medusa.
Oh, perfect. I was like, she's some Greek something. I love that. Cute girl.
In the pictures, you couldn't tell like my snake crown.
Oh,
and
is
then
that
that's
okay?
like
I saw a crown.
and my makeup was like the scales or whatever. I took like a fishnets and just.
That's what that worked great. Have you done that before?
I did it when I was a crocodile one year.
Oh, okay. I must have missed
But
that.
that was like 2018, I think. So I was in Missouri.
Okay. Interesting. I think I like the aesthetic of like fall more than I like Halloween and Thanksgiving. Like I like the colors and all of that, but I can't get behind it. I will say Katrina and I are supposed to be going to our friends' parents, like they're having like a Halloween block party type thing tomorrow, and we are going as Miss Honey and Matilda. So I know it. Yep.
Adorable.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Yeah. So it's not going to be like perfect by any means. It's just like what we have in our closet. But I love Miss Honey. I just adore her. So that's what I'm going to be.
That's so cute.
Well, should we get into our best friend quiz that we made up?
We should.
Okay. So I only have a couple questions. I feel like you should come up with some too.
Okay.
But yeah, so how it's gonna go? I will ask. I'll ask what something is of mine or whatever, and you'll answer it, and I'll answer for you, and then we'll tell each other if we're right or wrong. If that makes sense. Did that make any sense?
Okay. Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
I think so.
No,
much sense as it needed to make.
Yeah, exactly. Do you have questions that you want to add? Because I only have a few.
I don't remember all the questions that you have, but after you're done with your set, if I think of anything, I'll be like, okay.
Perfect. Because I was like debating on how deep we should get into it. And I also think if we can be consistent with this podcasting, we should play this game every single year as long as we can keep it up and see like what changes. I think that's cute.
That's cute. I think like there's like interviews with like Billie Eilish that she does that.
Yeah. Oh my god, those kill me.
They're so fun.
Yeah. Okay,
let's do that then.
Perfect. Okay, so to start, I don't know how well you can see me. What's my eye color?
Green.
Yeah, yours is blue. I figured that one was going to be easy, but I wasn't sure if you were going to say blue or not. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yours are bluer than blue, so easy. Okay. What's your favorite color? What's my favorite color?
Yellow.
It is. Wow. Okay. Is yours yellow?
No.
Okay. That was my answer.
Mine's really niche though. Mine's really niche, but it's lavender.
Oh. Maybe I don't know.
I would have accepted purple.
Okay. Oh, that makes sense.
I was just gonna say maybe I don't also know the definition of niche, but
lavender makes sense. I did maybe think that you grew out of that, but that's fine that you haven't. I'm not. No judgment.
Thank you.
That is so funny. Fun fact for all of our listeners that we have. McCall's room was lavender in high school. It was like a very light lavender. She had like a princess room. When I say princess, it's like you had the canopy bed. You had like I don't even know how to explain it because I don't think you had like any special sheets or anything, but everything was just so floaty and like light. And then you had your little chandelier that like, you know, it screams 2015. And
Oh my
God. But before the lavender room, for those who don't know, McCall had a horse room, like horse wallpaper, like horses like running, like it wasn't like one horse, two, like a couple of wall. It was like horses, just a ton of horses. I loved that room. Oh my God, it was so cool. That's all. I think
I think my parents still have my headboard because my dad made me that barn headboard, and I think we still have it.
That is so fun. That is so fun. Oh my God. You got to pull that out.
My mom, I should. My mom really said, "You want a theme? Here it is."
That's where you get your theme from. That you're like theme girl. You 100%. Your mom goes all out for it. So there's that. Okay, next question. I think this one's going to be a little hard for you. I have two answers here for you, that you could answer for me. What's your like go-to coffee shop order? And we can say like Starbucks even to like narrow it down. Do you want me to go first?
Sure.
Okay. Just from recent events, I know you're a venti sweet cream or vanilla sweet cream cold brew. I don't know if you do anything different, but I think that's it for you.
Yeah, no, that's 100% my go-to Starbucks order.
Yee!
Okay, and then yours. This is just from like last summer, so I don't know if this is still your go-to or not even summer, but your chai tea latte with like 3 pumps of pumpkin and like 3 pumps of matcha or whatever.
So interesting. That is super, super close. It's matcha it's like a matcha latte with 3 pumps of pumpkin and like a pump of chai. That is totally a go-to for me in the fall. I wrote matcha with raspberry because that's just like overall what I'll always order with matcha, except in the fall, I usually will get it with pumpkin and chai, which if you haven't done it, you got to do it. You got to do it. I'm just saying. Or I will just do like a classic. It is so good. Or I'll just get like a classic pumpkin cream cold brew with a couple extra pumps of vanilla to sweeten her up, you know?
So fair.
Yeah. So
yeah, you put me on that chai matcha thing.
I'm very impressed by that. I did not think you were, especially the matcha chai pumpkin. You mixed it up a little bit, but that was good. I'm impressed. We already said this, but I was gonna say like, how did we meet and when did we meet? But yeah, like 6th or 7th grade. I can't remember how old we were. I don't know if it was 6th grade or 7th grade.
It was 6th grade because I remember being in that hallway, like that specific 6th grade hallway.
Okay.
So
that makes sense.
And that was the first year I played Park District. So it might have been like spring of 6th grade.
Okay. Yeah, because I can remember, all I remember is soccer with you. Because did we have teams in 7th grade? I think they got rid of teams after 6th grade, didn't they? Maybe not. I don't know.
No, we just went to like U12 or whatever it was.
Yeah, I'm talking about in school. Like there was team A and team B. I was A, you were B. I don't know.
Yeah, they got rid of that after 6th grade.
Okay. I hope people that we like went to school with are listening to this and they're like, no, they didn't. They're making that up. Like that is how delusional we are. We are so good at making shit up in our heads. So anyway, so let us know.
We're so good at gaslighting.
We are each other, like ourselves. Like I'm so good at telling myself, no, that didn't happen, or yes, that did happen. Like get with it. Okay, I know we're gonna have different answers for this, but I just want to hear what your answer is for me. 3 words to describe me. I have 3 words to describe myself, and then I have 3 words to describe you. But I just want to see how close we can get them. So take your time.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say right off the bat, I have kind.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have a synonym for kind, I feel like that counts.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So we got kind. I feel like I need more than 3. I don't know how to say bossy in the nicest way. Like
that is so funny. Yeah. Okay. I love it.
And then also like easygoing. Goofy.
Okay.
Oh, there's so many. Like Goofy is up there.
Yeah.
I love it.
I love that. Okay. So what I wrote for myself was cottagecore wannabe.
Yeah. I don't think I would have ever said that, but I see where you're going with that.
Yeah. Yeah. However, I do have like 3 different words for you. I have unhinged. Obviously. You're very unhinged. And then I have boss because I didn't want to say bossy, but bossy, whatever. And then of course the last one, girly. Not that you're girly, but you're girly, you know, you are girly.
I'm girly.
Not like more as a noun than an adjective. You're girly. That's
yeah, so that's like a noun. But no, that fits me perfectly.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Unhinged, boss, and girly. Okay. I love it. So I have 2 more questions. Are you coming up with any that you want to throw in?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Do you want me to finish my 2 and then you'll do yours?
Yeah.
Okay. So like zodiac signs. What's my zodiac sign?
Aries, right?
It is. And you're a Scorpio, obviously. Maybe I just like picked questions that I knew the answer to. Maybe that's what I did.
I picked a test that only I knew all the answers to.
Exactly.
I'm surprised that she
literally. And then I may get this wrong, but favorite movie. For you, I said Harry Potter. Like the Harry Potter series. I don't know which one is your favorite or if you have a favorite out of them. But
do you have a favorite? But I feel like as a blanket statement, Harry Potter is like my favorite movie, is like perfect. But I think my favorite one is the 3rd one.
Okay. Would you consider like the Harry Potter movies a favorite, or would you have do you have another movie that you would pick as like your favorite movie?
No, I think like Harry Potter is probably good. Like that's a tried and true like staple in my life.
Totally.
Because I am a movie, like I like movies and shows. So for me to pick like a favorite specific one movie that I could just ride or like just watch forever is like so hard, because I'm like, oh my gosh, no, I like that one too, and this one, and that one, and this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's mine?
Oh my god, I don't even think I know.
I'm not much of a movie person, so it is.
No. I feel like it's probably something. Can you give me a category?
So I have 2 for these. I actually kind of mentioned one earlier, and then another one. It's not a documentary, but it's like a movie. It's a classic. They're both classics. They're totally everybody's.
So Matilda.
Yeah, totally.
And then I don't know what your second one would be.
When I say it, you're gonna be like, "Duh, that makes sense." Titanic.
What is it? Oh.
Yeah, I know.
I should have known that. That's been like a favorite of yours for years.
Yeah. So funny.
Yeah. You were obsessed.
Yeah. Kind of dark of me.
Yeah, those are like.
Yeah. Katrina and I watched Matilda the other day, and I was like, how have I forgotten that this is like one of my favorite movies of all time? Like, absolutely love it. But it's so lighthearted. It is such a lighthearted movie. It was made incredible. Like, I was telling Katrina, for this to be as old as it is, because I think it was 1998 is when it came out, or 97, something like that. like incredible acting, first of all, and just like it's so there's like magic in it and stuff, but it's also like really sad. Like I don't know, incredible. I could go on and on about it, but I won't. I won't do it. Okay, what are your questions? Hit me with them.
Well, one of them was movie, but I will follow that one. Change directions. And what do I want to be when I grow up?
Ooh. What do you want to be, or what are you like going to be? Like, what are you doing to get there? That sounded wrong.
I guess both. I think let's go with the hinged and then the unhinged answer.
Ooh, okay. Oh, that's hard. I mean, I feel like you have, you want to be a teacher. You want to be a flight attendant. Like you have a lot of like dream things that you want to do. An unhinged one though, I don't know. There's like so many. Is this like an obvious answer?
I don't think so. I don't think I've ever really like told you. I feel like the unhinged version is like marry someone really rich and just do yoga all day and please.
Do yoga?
But no, I would though if I had a rich husband and time to kill.
I love that. Okay.
But
that's a good one.
I also have like dreamed of like owning my own coffee shop or bar.
Yeah. Maybe if this doesn't take off, we'll own a coffee shop together.
Let's do it.
You do coffee. It'll be like a coffee yoga shop. A coffee yoga shop. That's cute. Anyway.
That sounds real.
Yeah.
For you.
Good question.
Well, I know like what you're going like what you're going to school for is like natural medicine. So having like being able to do something like that and like potentially opening up like your own clinic, like doing your own thing with that. So I would say that's probably your hinged answer, like having like unhinged, like going into like natural medicine. But then unhinged is like unhinged in the sense that this is like dreaming like big. Is just probably just owning a yoga studio, owning a coffee shop, owning a boutique, just owning a street.
Just doing it, just doing the whole thing.
Yeah.
Owning everything and everyone.
I know. I feel like that's so hard because I'm like, there'll be days where I'm just like, I'm just going to drop out of school. We'll finish the semester because I don't want to have to pay the military back for my college. But then I'm like, I'm just going to go to flight attendant school. I'm done.
Yep. Yeah, no, I
quit.
I am totally, so yeah, obviously I'm going to school for like natural medicine. I would love to be like a midwife. I think that would be awesome. I don't have like the patience to go to school for that long. I also would love to be a pilot. I am possibly planning on going to school for cybersecurity next semester. Not that I want to do it, but it's a good thing to fall back on. Yeah, pretty much like anything in the healthcare field, I would love. Also just like real estate. So owning a bunch of real estate and stuff like that. Yeah, a little bit of everything. I don't think I know or have ever known or will ever know what I want to do. I think when I thought I knew what I wanted to do, it was the military. It was like being in the military, and I was like ready to do my 20 and all of that. Obviously some change of plans there at the end, but yeah, I don't know. That's a great question because I don't think there's any wrong answer for me because I think I could do, again, that like delusional state. I think I could do it all. So,
yeah, that's literally one of like my prompts on Hinge or whatever is like, oh, what is it? I forgot like specifically because I don't really use Hinge as much as I use like Tinder.
Yeah,
I don't even know how to find it.
On Tinder and Hinge and all the dating apps. I think you should teach me how to do them or teach me how they work.
Oh, that would be good because I also probably need a refresher because I'm so bad at it. I'm like literally trying to find out where these prompts are. I'm like, I don't even know where these prompts are. Oh,
Yeah.
it's my greatest strength. That's the prompt. And my answer is thinking that there's literally nothing I could not do. Brain surgery? Yeah, I could do that. Climb Mount Kilimanjaro, no training? Easy. Win Hell's Kitchen even though I burn water? Obviously.
Mm-hmm. Duh.
So, delusion is my greatest strength.
I love that. Perfect.
No. Just like a couple, like, I don't know, like going back to like when we used to do this in high school, middle school era, when we used to do these quizzes, like hanging out together. It's like a good, I don't know if I remember what was my first car?
Do I know your first car? I do. It was a red, I don't know what year it was, probably like a 2004 Honda CRV. Of course, I remember that car better than any car.
Well, I feel like because my car was like such a staple in high school.
Car. Yeah.
Your car was that, I don't even know like what make or model, but it was that little like blue car, whatever it was.
Yep.
I couldn't tell you what it was.
It was like a 2001 Honda Accord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we probably only drove in it together like one time.
Yeah. Yeah. I rarely drove it. It also broke. The wheel went sideways while I was driving.
I do remember that.
That was good. That was good stuff.
I think another one, like favorite place.
Ooh, like favorite place as in like in the world, or like favorite place as in like stores and like just somewhere to be?
I think favorite place that I've ever like been.
Okay. Where have you been?
Like a state, country type thing.
Maybe Hawaii for you?
It was actually Alaska.
Oh, me too.
I know. That's why I was like, we're going to have the same answer for this one. See, now I'm just asking you questions that I know your answer to.
Really? That's also a hard one because I feel like Alaska's probably my favorite place, like visually. I love Alaska. My heart like lies in Alaska. I will always say that like that's the last place I felt like home. But also like Asheville recently, like Asheville, North Carolina feels like where I belong. I love the atmosphere there. I love the people, the like town of it. I was telling Katrina that like when you're there, it's nothing that I could point out and be like, I want to live here because of that, or I want to live here because of this and this. Like, it's just that like feeling you get somewhere where you're like, my people are here. I am so comfortable here. I love the mountains. I love the little town. It's like quirky and like silly, kind of cute, small town, but also like a big city type of thing. I don't know. I would say Asheville is also one of those like favorite places, but that's more so based off of like a feeling, like a weird feeling that I get being there. But yeah, I would definitely say Alaska is, uncomparable.
Yeah, like hands down. Like if I wasn't like super close with my family, I would have moved to Alaska. Like when I got out of the military, I would have just gone guard up in Anchorage.
Yeah.
Instead of here, because I like visiting you, like when me and Kelly came up to visit you, that was like, I like landed and I'm like, these are my people.
This is it. Yeah.
I belong here.
This is it.
I belong here. Yeah.
Yeah. Never
coming home.
Yeah. No, I get that feeling too. I tell Katrina all the time, because that's obviously where we met. I always say that I think we're going to end up there again. Like we're either going to settle there or we're going to live there at some point again. Like we want to live in a million different places. I think the next place is probably going to be Utah. I want to live in North Carolina at some point. We want to live in the Pacific Northwest. Like we've even talked about like Vermont, possibly Illinois, if, things align perfectly. I don't know. Illinois is a stretch, but yeah, like all these places, but something in me is like, that's where we need to be. Like that's home. And I don't know if it's because of, that's where we met. That's where we fell in love, like that type of feeling. But yeah. Oh God, if you haven't gone to Alaska, go a million. I tell everybody that. Everyone's like, oh my God, you lived in Alaska? If you haven't, you have to go. It is breathtaking. There's nothing comparable. Like truly, I don't think there's anything comparable.
No, that's like the definition of like beautiful. And I think I think we should move to Alaska.
Deal. Fine.
Let's do it. Like Katrina,
You got
no, we're moving.
Yeah, come or don't.
Yeah, we're going. You're invited.
Dude, could you imagine us and our 5 cats between us? 5 cats.
Oh, you know what? I could.
Yeah, I could too. I actually just told my dad that, like recently about you and what's been going on in your life, and I said that you had 2 new kittens, and he was like, "So she's got 2 cats?" I said, "No, she has 3, actually." So yeah, it's like okay.
I am quite literally 1 cat away from crazy, and it doesn't help that I'm single. So like when I do, like people are like, "Oh, you have pets," and I'm like, "Yeah, I have cats," and they're like, "How many?" And I'm like, 3, and it's like an immediate unmatched. I'm like, well, fine.
Oh, okay.
Fine.
Weird. No, I love it. Pets are also hard. Pets are a lot. I know that's like totally random, but having pets has also kept us in places and kept us from going places and stuff. So
yeah, because you can't just like, you don't want to travel with them and stress them out, especially like Bo. Like cats are like one thing, but traveling with a dog and like moving with a dog is like,
it's hard.
Yeah. Even like going like the little weekends that I've gone away for like a weekend, like scrambling to find someone that I trust to come over and like just do the litter box, like feed the cats. Like it's hard. Like and everyone's like, cats are so easy. I'm like, yeah, you can leave them like overnight pretty easily. Like if I went home today and I was home all day and then came home like came back here like tomorrow afternoon, like yeah, they'd be fine. But like for 2 days, like 3 cats, like no, I need someone to come over like every single day to like clean the litter box.
Right. Yeah. When we lived in Ohio or even here and we've gone away for like 2 or 3, I think the most we've left them is 3 nights. And we either had 2 litter boxes or we had like a massive litter box and we would just clean it, like fresh litter boxes the day that we left and fill up like a bunch of little bowls around the house of food and everything. Obviously 2 is easier, but it's so hard. And then anytime we travel, we either bring Bo, which is also a pain because, we want him to come with us because we want him to see things. But at the same time, it's like, what if we just want to go to a nice dinner? Then we have to trust him in an Airbnb or, wherever we are. So that's definitely, it's difficult. And if you have somebody watching your animals, it's like, okay, you can stay here or you don't have to, but, eat the food out of my fridge, but also please don't, like, and maybe I'm just like controlling and crazy, but like the older I've gotten, I'm like, I don't want people staying in our house and, if we're not there and whatnot. I don't know. I go back and forth with it because I'm like, yeah, we need somebody, but like, how bad do we need somebody?
It's only like specific people that I would want to like. Yeah. Like my mom is coming because I'll be out of town. Yeah, and like there are certain people, but I'm like, okay, like just you can stay in my apartment. That's fine. I trust you. Like whatever, you're cool. But like as far as like so next weekend I'll be gone, and my mom's gonna come and like just stay in the apartment all weekend. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. But then I'm thinking too. I was like, well, I mean, I've had my brother watch the cats before. I haven't had Shannon watch them. But it's just like, even then I'm so like OCD because like I know my mom is like 100% like a crazy cat lady. So I know she'll like, the litter boxes will be done like twice a day. Like they'll be taken care of. But like when my siblings are here, when my siblings are here, I'm like, hey, did you do that today? Or like, what are you doing? Send me a picture.
Yeah. And it feels weird. And it feels weird doing it because you're like, you don't want to text people and be like, oh, did you clean the litter box? Did you feed them today? Because it's like, you should be able to trust somebody to do those things. But there's just that. I think especially without, we don't have kids, obviously. And so it just feels like that one thing that we need to make sure is taken care of. But I love pets, but
like even when
hot take, I think a lot of people would hate us if we said this out loud, but here I am saying it. Katrina and I have said before, like, if we could turn back time and I had no memory of having animals, but I had the knowledge of what it's like to have animals when you, like, as you're growing up, like, would you get them? Like, I love my cats to death. They're so easy, but at the same time, it has gotten in the way. And whether it's moving or traveling or whatnot, like, we've definitely said, you know, damn, we did not think this through. Because everybody, when they're, you know, 20 years old and they move out of their parents' house or move into their first place or whatever, it's like, I need a dog, I need a cat, I need something to keep me company. But you don't think about all of the things that you want to do. And those people who can travel with them, awesome. I love that. Good for you. Good for that pet. My pets have so much anxiety.
No, I said the same thing. Like, I encourage, like, because flashback to Winston, I tell everybody, I'm like, do not get a dog. Like, especially, like, people are just getting out of the dorms, moving in, like, they're 19, 20 years old. I'm like, do not get a dog until you are, like, done with, like, whatever you have to, like, whatever you want to accomplish in life. Because even, like, when I did have a dog, I would have to, going out for, like, drinks with my friends on a Friday night, like, I had to make sure I got home. And then if I wasn't planning on coming home that night, I would have to make sure that I was up at the butt crack of dawn to go home to let my dog out. And I'm, like, just traveling with him. It was so hard. And then even, like, when I got Mr. Moo, I was older. So I was like, okay, I'm fine. Like, kind of over the whole, like, going out, like, whatever. And then even, like, in the military, like, getting, like, going on, like, little TDYs and stuff. I'm like, okay, well, now I have to get someone to watch my dog for a month and a half or, like, however long. Like, and then I got to worry about that. So it's just, I encourage everybody to, like, not get a pet if you have, like, a really poppin', like, social life or you like to travel. Like, maybe just wait till you're, like, 30. And, like, I love my cats, and it was like easier when there was two of us here because I like the weekends I have gone away, like the preset weekends that I'm not here or whatever. I knew that I always had, like, there was somebody here that was going to be living here. Like, they would just take care of the animals, no problem. But, like, now that I'm, like, single with 3 cats, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, if I go anywhere for an extended period of time, I'm like, who's going to watch my cats? Because I'm not boarding my cats for, like, I don't even want to board them for, like, 3 nights, but, like, let alone, like, weeks, months, like.
No,
definitely
I don't blame them. Yeah.
So maybe just get a goldfish if you need a pet. Get a goldfish.
Or don't. Yeah,
or just don't.
Yeah, that's another thing I could, like, go on forever about. I feel like, especially in the military, is, like, the last thing I'll say about it. But especially in the military, you move out of the dorms, you are already so depressed just from being away from everything that you're used to, and you're like, I need a pet, and it needs to be a dog, and then you have a dog, and you're 19 or 20 or whatever it is, and, you know, still trying to grow up and whatnot, which it works for some people. You know, it's awesome, great. I wouldn't do it for the world, you know, having Bo or the cats or anything, but still, oh my God, it's a pain. So, but yeah.
Okay, and I think that's all we have for our first episode of Too Delusional to Care.
Yeah. So hopefully you guys got to know us as much as we know each other.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.